Hey guys, it's your Zulu girl in Nigeria. Yeah, so I've been here for 2 months. So I wanted to do this YouTube video to commemorate this milestone because it has been difficult and I'm so proud of myself. And even if I never post another YouTube video, the fact that I made it here, I've won. It signifies that Mina, I'm the girl. I think I am Naki Kis Koko. I am the rock that the builder refused and ended up being at the top of the Gakjela. Me, I'm the cornerstone. Woo, I move. Ha! Ibu. Wow, wow, wow. Don't mind my setup. Ganwazwa pila in Nigeria. Being sesontweni, so even if you're unmarried, you have to but I need to reflect on a few things real quick, real fast. See, I did my nails. I'll try to do a zoom in thing. Yeah, well, in there YouTube people is bad, but I'll do like so that you guys can see what is this talent in Mina, right? So first things first, when I say stuff, I'm not saying it on the behalf of Nigeria. I'm only in one city, in which is a capital city, of course, of Niger State, but I'm not saying that the whole of Nigeria is like this, but it probably is, you know. So I'm going to throw back some videos that I made when I first arrived, and then I'll come back now as the one that survived it. So this one is an intro. We're gonna do, I think I did a video in my first 24 hours here, and then another video after a month, and then this one, right? Cool. Hey guys, my name is Anelile-Gibixego. I am a South African currently living in Nigeria, Mina, in Niger State, for a period of 10 months, and this is my first 24 hours. Second. This is how I feel after 2 days being here. I arrived at Abuja airport. I'm currently staying in Mina, which is a city, a capital of Niger State. Mina is a multi tribal state, city. It's busy. It's busy. It's a Muslim state, so there's always some sort of prayer happening. You know, yesterday I was at the market. At any point in time, a man can just like pull up a little carpet this size, kneel down and start praying in the way that they pray. There's also a lot of respectful gear. I haven't seen anyone with the just as short. So I'm probably traumatizing Nigerians with my thighs and my legs. Okay, not my thighs, but my legs. I think there's about 5 prayers in a day. There's 5 a.m., the one that wakes me up. Sometimes, around 9 a.m. Different around midday, 1ish, 2 p.m.ish. Then at 7, and there's a late one. It sort of becomes like background noise. I think the only time I remember that we're in a Muslim state is when I see people overly dressed in like long scarves or garments that like cover their whole bodies, and just like only their faces can be seen. And also babies, like small kids, are also covering themselves. I thought kids were allowed to be free. So yeah, that's what it's like living in a Muslim states. Lots of overdressing. The men are also dressed. Hardly see men in shorts. They're usually in 2 pieces. That longer overlapping piece and that square hat. Most of them, even children, even young boys, wear like that. So yeah, that was the first thing I noticed. The second thing I noticed was on the way traveling here, that there are soldiers with real guns just roaming the freeway. I assume that was the freeway anyway. I haven't seen any here in Niger, but coming. Lots of soldier cars, armed vehicles, roaming, parading up and down. They'd stop us, sometimes check, sometimes they don't check. Our car was never stopped, even though our driver was ready with, I think, some money. Yeah, that was the second thing. The third thing I noticed was the secret markets within the markets. The whole town looks, the infrastructure looks weak, looks broken, looks like it needs some paint. No, it looks like it needs some vavavoom. But like within those big buildings, there's like small little communities of like hair salons, and like delicious food. So there's no mall, and you can drive past a place thinking that it's dilapidated, but it's actually functional. I bought these nachos and they're just not sweet. I won't be buying these again. One nacho cost me 70 naira. So I put 2 to taste. With 114 naira, you see. I'm not happy. I wanted some sugar. The other thing is the water and the electricity. Those are the two things that are manageable. They're manageable, sort of. There's no schedule, so the electricity just goes off and it just goes on. So you never know, you can't really plan. And I'm struggling with that. The water is okay. My body seems to be okay with the water, but it's a bit difficult. It's been a bit draining trying to find water to drink. I always have to buy water. To drink. I nearly died of heat at the market. I went out a little bit today to find some food. Taxi is about 100 naira. How much is that in rand? I'm gonna check for you. But the roads are dusty. The gravel is not gravel, it's like beach sand. Okay, I need to take an allergics because like my body's itching. Today it was 36 degrees. That's hot. I need coffee and water and supper. Okay, so hey everybody, it's Anelile here, your Zulu girl in Nigeria. I am currently, it's the 16th of December. It's around 20 past 5 in the afternoon. So it's about to cool down. It was a scorching 35 degrees today, but I haven't stepped out. I wanted to chat a little bit about my experience thus far. You see, the thing with living so far from home is that you are alone, right? Being alone in a foreign country brings a different type of solitude. So not only am I alone physically because I live alone, but I'm also alone as a Zulu speaking person. I get Zulu. I'm also alone because I'm the only female in our compound. I'm also alone because I am a foreigner, right? I don't know the places, I don't know where to go. I haven't been introduced. So I'm in that in-between stage where I am acclimatizing and learning a little bit of how things work here, learning the language now, or at least how to say things like is it cold? How far, ma? Hello, Professor. Yes, Professor, please. Nigerians say a lot of I've been up, but it's not up because it's not It's who you think you are? Where you think this is now? Please now, auntie. Oh my god, and I'm so bad. I'm so bad. So even when I try, people are still like, what you do? Like we can, it's not quite there. How far? People say how far? People say well done. So you can be walking into a room. Well done, auntie. Good nights. Say good nights instead of goodbye. It's good nights. Nigerians are friendly people. But I'm also alone because I'm in an institute of higher learning. I'm not with the people, I'm with academics and people who know English and people who know other tribes and other experiences, right? So I'm not with just the normal Nigerian. I'm with people who know that I've come from far and they also want to go far and their children are also studying abroad, you know. So I'm with the elite, and yeah, and then that context also sits within this particular state, where city that I'm in, Minna. So it's not Minna, it's Minna, Niger State, Nigeria. Is a Muslim state completely. It's not compromising. So I can't go out like this. Like I won't enter campus. But I can hustle it in town. There are some Christians. Oh, excuse me, lots of Christians, lots of born again, and people will ask you, are you born again? You born again? And I'm not born again. I'm Catholic, and fortunately, I found a friend who's a Catholic, who's a PSG student, and he's taking me to a parish. I think I'll go tomorrow. I was lazy, but I feel like I need to get out of this room, meet people, meet new people, and just experience the whole mass on my own. And yeah, I think I will go tomorrow, and then also experiment around town. And go to the market because I still want potatoes. But I don't think staying in this room is necessarily assisting me me acclimatizing well. Okay. I'm happy with that. Sha Abby. The food is it's gonna take some getting used to. Swallow. I'm gonna have some swallow. But I cooked yesterday and it's such a schlep to cook, and my bathroom was so dirty. I had to clean the bathroom. And then I had to do washing this morning, and then I have to cook. I think I'll just have some noodles, or yeah, I don't think I'm gonna cook anything serious. Maybe I'll buy some cabbage. But this week, so there's a lot of like rice. So jollof is like a staple. It's like an everyday meal. It's jollof rice and swallow. And swallow refers to fufu or pounded yam. That people eat on the daily, and it's sold on the streets. It's common. So that's like ipapa. It looks like ipapa. Pounded yam is a bit hard, so I wanted to try fufu, but I'm lazy to go to that market today, only because I am you know. It's hot. It's hot. I'm gonna step out now to get some water, some sachets, because I'm all out of water. And I need it because you can't drink the tap water. Hey, now that's one big thing. The other big thing is discovering how cheap lobola is here. There's no lobola in many states in Nigeria. You just give a token of 1 naira or 10 naira to the father. You know, there's a little bit of gift, a little bit of celebration, and then it's the wedding. You know, so I'm like, okay now. Interesting. Last week we went to a Muslim wedding, but we missed it. The groom was wearing so much, and I was the only person surprised. He was wearing like lace, many layers, but his head had like bunny ears. Hi guys, I'm a Zulu minus in Nigeria, I tell you. Yeah. But okay, it's fine. That I saw a little bit of that, and then we went to a Christian wedding. It was like a home. It was like home. The only difference is the scale at which the gravitas or the expense, you know, is. I would say that particular space was not very luxurious, but we got jollof with some chicken, and I tell you, like, that's the meal, jollof rice. I think it might be the luxury meal, and here I am, you know, but it's too much rice for me. I need to find like spinach, you know, and tomatoes. I'm having so much potatoes, so much tomatoes. Everything is tomato based, and how you make food here is that you grind it, you don't chop it. So it's like too fine. It's too fine. Everything's very fine. But yeah, so I'm gonna go to the big market tomorrow. Maybe I'll come back with a takeaway. I'm looking for, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a desk. I'm looking for potatoes because I want fries. Lord have mercy, I need fries. You know, I want chips. I want potato mash. I did have sweet potatoes that I thought were Irish potatoes. It's not Irish. That's what they call it, Irish potato. Just desperately longing for izambane. Then I can at least cook. A nice show some mazambane, but it wouldn't quite be the same. But I mean, it wouldn't be too bad. It wouldn't be too far from what I'm used to now. Yeah. So I'm not ready to speak about my academics. I think I'll do that in a separate video, but I've been presenting and I've been shook to the core by that. Oh well. I miss my plastic pollution in riverine systems is a huge problem, and we wanted to look into how we operate in fluvial systems. So how do we get we looked at how do we find ourselves here. And the first is surface runoff from urban city centers, recreational activities, a lot of pollution from us. We're directly inputting into the river systems, as well as wastewater treatment. To the core by that. Oh well. I miss my people. I miss I called Uscalo and he's like, Atin, I'm a Nigerian. I can't raise my son to be ignorant like that. You know, people will say it was a wafa. I'm like, you don't realize what it means, you know, it means it mean I'm the foreigner, you know, I'm at their mercy, you see. And that's sometimes the delicacy and the politics of what we're doing now, you know. And people back home would be so nonchalant, you know, about not even seeking to understand the culture. The Nigerians are a cultured people. There's a culture here. There's a social system here. There's grounds for everything. Like, okay, maybe they don't greet me, but if something of mine falls, trust you, me, they'll come out of their houses to help you, you know. But these are the Muslims here. These are the Nigerians that are Muslims that are here. And they pray, Shane. They pray today they haven't prayed. I guess it's Saturday. Maybe it's a Sabbath thing. But sure, that microphone, and there's a microphone close by here. And so I hear them pray often. I don't hear them all the time, because it's not just background noise, yabo, for me. I've been here long enough. In the first day, it scared me. It shook me, but now it's just like one of those things. And then Muslim men in town are always bathing themselves before they go to temple. I don't know what it's called, but there's like segregated pieces of pavement for prayer, and you will just see shoes, and then you look up, there they are, like praying, like genuflexing, doing these rituals, you know, random. And I don't even know if that's like a every hour thing or every what thing, but there are a lot of men on their knees praying. And I don't know if women pray in the same way, because I haven't seen women. I've only seen men that do this particular activity. It's quite interesting because the market is like a public space. There's like segregated rooms for prayer. I want a Muslim friend that I can befriend and find out a little bit more about the culture, about being Black and Muslim, about the African context of Allah, you know, and if they'll allow me in a respectful way, because the Christians here are wild. They are throwing themselves on the floor. It's a lot. But there's a rhythm, you know. Above all else, there's a rhythm in Africa. You know, Africa has a rhythm, man. There's a vibration, there's an energy that's within all of us. And I may not dance the same way that they do, but I have the rhythm, you know, like I'm not off beats. And it's beautiful. And I'm also not irritated by it. I'm not confused by their dancing. Instead, I'm like in awe and amazed that the beat, the drums are the same. You know, we are not different, but we are different. But we're Africans, you know. I have so much joy in being an African right now. I have so much emotion about experiencing Africa in this way, and experiencing the joy of Africa, right? Because here I'm in the core. What do I miss? I miss milk. I don't miss cheese. I don't really like cheese. I miss butter. I'm gonna get some mayonnaise but also the bread is funny because it's not sliced. It's a puna. It's thin, you know, so that's a bit confusing. And I miss fries, but I'm gonna find them soon. And I miss chocolate, and I miss alcohol. I definitely wish to have a drink, but this being a Muslim state, there's no drinks, there's no alcohol at all in the city. It took me a while to realize until Prof told me when I was like, oh, we're going to a wedding, maybe I can, you know, get a drink finally. And he's like, there's no drinks here, my dear. Nah, Abby. Just a cider, you know, any cider, an apple cider. I was gonna be so happy. Yeah, but yeah, and in next week I'm gonna collect new content. I'm gonna be in a bigger city, and we'll share some of that as well. For now, keep me in your prayers, keep me sane. I want to read more now. I want to write. I can feel the levels of stress of being in South Africa. I think it's in South Africa I'm a fully functioning adult with responsibilities. When I'm here, I'm not responsible for me and my schoolwork, so I can feel the layers of stress leaving me leaving them behind, and just unpacking the true Anelile and the core of me, you know. And I can feel the ideas coming back. I can feel the words, you know. I can feel the need to share, the storyteller inside of me coming out, me reaching back into my roots. I've been playing Zulu poetry. I've been playing gospel music always. And I can feel like I know that I'm getting back to myself, because I have an urge and a longing to pray. I've got an urge and a longing to write, and I've got an urge and a longing to read for a change. It's been a stressful 6 months, stressful emotionally, spiritually. Whoa. God did a thing in my life, you know, that turned everything upside down. I'm not comfortable enough to share it yet, but sure. So I've been going through a lot spiritually. I've been going through a lot emotionally, you know, in my love life. That has shaken me. I'm so happy to let that go in 2023. And my person now is such a gentleman, such a kind man, and I want to experience him in a new light. And I also want him to experience the real me, the true me, not the stressed me that he found, the miserable me that I was. Yeah, boom. So I'm looking forward to that, and I want to write him love letters. I want to experience him. I hope it works out, you know. It's a long time to not be with your person, but it's already like a month gone. 1 month, 9 to go. So I went to, okay, this is hot, it's hot. So I went to Abuja on Christmas Eve on the 24th, and I've uploaded a short clip about traveling, but what is it called? A short video. So when I went to Abuja, in my mind I thought I'm going to a city that is like Durban or whatever, you know. I assume that there'd be good public transport. I assume that there'd be clear pathways of understanding. I thought my visa card would work. You know, I had these grand feelings. And okay, sure. So one of the students, Ebenezer, they say it differently here. So his home, his sister's house is in Abuja, so he's constantly traveling. So I was like, oh my dude, please show me, Yabo, take me to the place so that I can see it. Actually, I was even like, take me to the taxis, then I'll make my way, right? I get it, this Uber. See, I'm begging, see a taxi rank, and it's not even a rank. It's just like a place where, okay, fine, it's a city gate. It's a rank, but it's small cars. It's small cars. So the only way to travel long distance is to use your own car or to get these ones. But there is some sort of union. So it's like getting a meter cab, and then you are overloaded. So in a typical Toyota Etios, there will be 4 people at the back and 2 people in the front seat, and then the driver. This overload, Lapo, is like a 3-hour drive to Abuja. Hi, it's fine here to learn. It was 6,000 rand, 6,000 naira to go per person. We climb on. It's because I bought an extra seat, because I was never going to allow myself to sit on someone for 3 hours. So I bought an extra seat, and then we were comfortable. There was only 3 of us at the back. I went, and these cars, man, they're like small cars. I think it was like a Polo, like a VW size. It wasn't even an Etios sedan size. I shame, but yeah, it's fine. So I had it's not quite what I was expecting, you see, and I was really let down by the aesthetics of it. You know, it wasn't as grand, because every time I tell people I'm going to Abuja, they're like, oh, you're gonna be great. This is like capital city of, you know, highly developed. I shame. My expectations were here, only to arrive at a Potchefstroom, you know, or I'm expecting Sentence City when Ban, but it was just a normal place, really. Okay, no thingy to, no offense to Potchefstroom, but I'm just trying to use Potchefstroom to show how small Abuja like is in terms of infrastructure and development. And yeah, well, okay, fine. So we got there, we get this other cab, and the guy is complaining. We go to my hotel. Okay, so hotels here are called apartments. So we go to the apartment. My visa card doesn't work, so that was a bit stressful. And I had some dollars, but I was like, let me hold on to the dollars. Hey, it's fine, you know, like my visa card wasn't working. My actual money for the trip was locked in my bank account, because my bank account is with the bank. It's like the school account. It's not like a very big bank, so I wasn't able to get the money. So I didn't have a great time, but again, my place was cute. Woke up Monday morning and went to church, went to the cathedral. It was huge. huge, lots of people. Yeah, shame, you know, I got mass. So the funny thing about Nigeria is that you still have to go all the way to the front of the priest or to the altar to get your communion, and you have to kneel there, and then they come and they give it to you in your mouth. It's so ancient, but okay, it's fine. That was a little bit of a culture shock because I'm used to just him putting the body of Christ here and you taking it, you know, but now you have to and kneel at the altar and put out your tongue, and then he puts it to you. Well, it's just like one of those things where I'm like, yo, it's the original way, and it's fine. It's just I wasn't used to it anymore. Beautiful cathedrals. The bishop had a lot of homophobic things to say, and the church was cheering. I think that's the one other culture shock. How Christians behave in Nigeria is like, it's so out there. Like, it's a lot. It's like, you have to, it's a very performative. Like, I don't like that. Like, everything's here, you know. Even in Matenden, you don't get that wild. But gay people are cheering because the Pope and the Vatican had put out a memorandum to all parishes to say, look, guys, please bless homosexual couples, right? I forgot where I was. I'm in Nigeria. Homophobia is instilled in the law. This is not South Africa where we can have LGBTQI plus people fighting for themselves. People were so happy. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna write somewhere. I have to write a think piece about that whole thing. Yeah, so shame. And then we went to the mall, but I didn't have money, so my housemate here has to send money to Ebenezer, and then I had to wait for Ebenezer. I did a lot of waiting. It was like, it wasn't great. I was hungry. Like, I did not have a great time. But eventually he got there, and then I had something to eat. I had some seafood jollof. It was delicious. I had a sip. I had a cocktail, which was amazing after so long. I had a Long Island and Ketula, and I was drunk the whole day after that. The Nigerians don't play with their liquor. But there was some alcohol sold, like abo Smirnoff Ice, abo. So when I go back, I'm definitely going to buy some and bring it back here. I was completely unprepared. I thought things were closer, you know. I thought transport would be easier. I thought it wasn't. Things were far. Ubers were expensive. It just wasn't working out, you know, in the way that I'd wanted. I wanted to tour. I wanted to see places. Yeah, no, shame. But it's fine, you know. And then we came back. They're coming back. Guys, okay, I wanted some things at ShopRite. So Sikale's ShopRite 16 after I didn't even have breakfast because I was sick from yesterday's jollof rice. It was too spicy, so but now getting from the mall to this place called Zuba. So Zuba is where you get transport, long distance, and that's where I was gonna get a vehicle back to Mina, right? So I don't know if I can explain it. In fact, I'm just gonna show you guys. Guys, I tell you, no Uber driver wanted to take the trip. That was my first red flag. Kanti, where are we going? Why doesn't people want to take this trip? Kanti, it's like 20 kilometers away. It's so far. And okay, so we have to go. Now I'm following Ebenezer's lead. Lapho cute. In fact, I was wearing this top. Yeah, but like I'm wearing this top. I like it, and I'm wearing my Adidas tights. I'm cute. I feel relevant. We could have hit a spot or two before we go. Yeah, but I'm like that hand. Even though in Miami was the cash that I had to be paid, I only had 80,000, and I only had 80,000, and 60,000 of that went into the accommodation. So Orlando borrowed me another 20. So I had like 30,000, 40 to 30,000, yeah, but it just wasn't working out financially because of the whole bank situation. I don't want to talk about it. Then see, okay, we leave the mall. We have to get a cake and a pep. That's fine. Get on a cake and a pep. I'm thinking the cake is taking us to Zuba. No, it's taking us to the side of the freeway. We have to take our luggage and trot over the freeway, expressway they call it. I'm like, I am not walking across the freeway. I'm not me. But Ebenezer is also like, no, we're not gonna do that. So the taxis to Zuba are under the bridge on the other side of the freeway, so we have to trek on foot. And then he gets this guy, these lizards. He gets this guy to come take our luggage in a wheelbarrow. I never explained it. Why are we abusing humans? Why are we abusing humans? So the wheelbarrow guy, and I was so happy because I had like a proper suitcase, not like a cloth bag. Yeah, but because it would be dirty, obviously. This wheelbarrow's dirty. This guy is dirty. Yazilimi ziyetsheni ezingena izinto kwi-wheelbarrow kwibhala asiqhuba. Wow. Sifike. So it's like a little bit of it's a little bit of a walk, then under the bridge, and then you find abantu abayizuba. We're in the 7-seater. Angazi noma i-Peugeot, noma i-Toyota, noma i-Hyundai, noma yini. Imoto zalana nje azifani nezasekhaya. Like they are different cars altogether. Okay, fine. Singibele ke singene. This is us now in the thing. And of course, it's overloading again. So in this 3-seater, we pay for an extra seat, by 2. But in the seat in front of us, it's a 4-seater, but now there must be 5 people, and 2 of those people are carrying children on their laps. Not kids, like 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds are on their laps, and the people, and there's 2 people in the front seat.
Then they don't Christmas.
I'm like, but this car is full. Ufunani? We can't even see the road in front of us. Guys, Our only public transport was the letdown of my trip, because what are the ethics of having 10 people in a 7-seater and then children? And this poor child, one had a baby on her back. Anyway, sihambe ke Zuba, and I can tell that it's a long distance. That's why Ubers didn't want to take this trip. And as we go, people get off, more people come in. I keep on getting ready to get out. Ebenezer's like, no, askafik. Sihambe. Siqhubeke. Baphuma abanye bangena abanye. 100 naira, 200 naira, 500 naira, come back. Ibo, we paid 1,000 naira. And it's called a motor park. Like Lama Taxi rank is called a motor park. We get now to the water park now. Angazi noma ngikhaleni, angazi noma ngizifihle, angazi noma ngizilahle phansi. But when ngilahle phansi ngcolile, there's dirt that is like thick. There are people are aggressively selling you stuff. People are physically manhandling you and your luggage, pulling you. I got that phela when we used to it there by Durban, Chesterfield. A workshop ukuthi umuntu avela athathe impahla zakho abantu zobe usuyilanda. Ebo guys, ebo Zuba is like this huge soccer field of cars going everywhere, and Lawa Ayamina are like on the other side of the road, and that road had about the median concrete ngaphakathi, so we have to run, jump over, leap over. Khona amakhekhe naphep, khona ama-bikes, khona ama-moto, khona iy'moto ey'nkulu, khona ama-truck, ama-minibus nje, i-taxi nje into engekho. Hey, anyway, sifike, and I am traumatized. Ngibhaliwe ebusweni ukuthi angikho right. Hey, mina ngiyazi into yala. Hayi mina ngiyazi Nkosi yami, and akukho okunye engakusho. Angikho right. How is this ubuqu? And people are still aggressively selling you stuff. We find that a thing. Lapho bengithi sazograbha a lunch, kuphi la obuqwini, kuphandle, like kuphandle bazalwane, kuphandle, khona dried fish lana, khona ama nuts, khona yonke into ongayicabanga, khona ama puff which are like amagwinya. Umuze uyabheka umuze uyasibheka isandla somuntu okudayiselayo sinjani, uzokuthemba lokhu kudla. And there's a lot of like snacks here in Nigeria that are like brown, made from ground nuts, khona ma kuli, khona ma dankuwa, khona ma what's the one that I like? But yeah, that whole experience, I just wanted to get back here. I was like, as with him, it's fine, as long as I'm in this place, I'll be fine. Yo. Abuja now. Yo. Yeah, I'm traumatized and just rethinking about it. Highly, I rate that experience of going to Abuja. 4 out of 5. I had one good meal. The hotel was good. It was expensive, but it was good. Yeah, man, it's fine. Then I come back, yeah, it's fine. 26, 27. I'm relaxing. I'm trying to relax. I'm reading my book, watching series. I'm just trying to be that han. And remember, because the bank is I don't have an ATM card, so I can only go physically to withdraw money. So I don't have money, but I've got food, and I had all the stuff I bought at ShopRite, and all that stuff was like snacks and my Pringles, chocolate and stuff. So I was able to be sort of cute here in my room, sleep, rest. Come New Year's, but yeah, I was watching people's statuses online, and I was following South Africa basically. Quite right. TikTok helped, Instagram helped a lot. My family helped because there's a young video call here and there, even though they were experiencing terrible weather. But I managed to speak to a lot of my family through WhatsApp and video calls and stuff, so it didn't feel too bad. But then and then on New Year's Day, I was like, Ebenezer, dude, where are you? Can you please go grab something to eat? I've been in this room for days. So we went to this Nigerian restaurant where I tried some of the local cuisine. It was okay. I tried ewedu soup and pounded yam and amala. Amala is the brown plap. It's brown pap. It's made from the skin of the yam. I didn't enjoy it. It was elastic, so I didn't like it. I didn't like the smell of it as well. So I ordered pounded yam, which is like the yam. It's idumbe. Basically, just pound up some idumbe and be cute. Another culture shock. So yeah, and I've just been, and that was such a hard time. So it was really depressing and really somber. It was really somber because also here the electricity is on and off, so to be alone in the dark was hard. It was hard. So yeah, at least we went out and I got some human interaction. I came back here for more solitude. Then yeah, I know that was difficult. In fact, I'm gonna talk about it because it was in Kali and it was just really tough. That's when you start complaining, starting to have that spirit of shabula, and I hate shabula. But I had felt like I had been played. This was not what I signed up for, I felt I had no one close by. I had no support, no social support, while being in this program. I survived, and it's just been very depressing overall. Okay, then Prof came back. Prof had gone home, so he traveled for the holidays. So that first week of January was depressing. But I'd go out to buy food, but nakhona the food, I go to this one market which is like really close to me. And then I went to church because guys, church is always a good idea. I am lap. I could feel it inside. You know what? I did good by coming. It was the first Sunday of the year. I felt it physically in my body that no, I'm coming alive again. It was like come back, we can't lose you, you know. And came back from church, video called friends, and yeah. I don't want to get emotional because once I start crying, I kulmeki, you know, you guys know me. Okay, fine. I've got some strength back. Gingeni Bible in a Year podcast. Start listening to that podcast and basically reading the Bible along with the podcaster, which is a Reverend Father. And then I also wrote and journaled a lot. The journaling was important to me because I felt I had a lot of thoughts about being in solitude. Guys, solitary confinement is torture. So I started journaling again and just trying to get myself and just to say what I felt. Like I felt abandoned. I felt like I made a mistake. Why did I come here? I felt that I was not valued as an individual here. I wasn't taken care of. And I just really had a stinky attitude. So I just was writing some New Year's resolutions as well. And then rewriting what I hoped to achieve while I was here. And I remember thinking that for me to experience Nigeria fully, I need to let South Africa go, and so that I can be here. But it's difficult to let South Africa go when there's nothing to replace it, because I'm not in Nigeria, I'm in this room. So then I just kept like, no, you know what, I'll be fine. I'm going to go back to campus. I start attending classes, I'll start socializing, I'll start gaining new friends, then I'll begin to experience Nigeria as a culture, and getting to know Muslim people as friends, as scientists, as Black Muslims, you see, which is very rare for me or for where I come from to see and to experience. You see, I wanted to learn some of the language. So that's the sort of the on-look I had to switch on in order to survive, and to survive January. It was a lot. And I survived it. I'm here, I'm out here. Sabong. And hey, Aisha. And there's a lot of other things. There's a school element. That I'm gonna start field work. So school's also emotional before, so I don't want to talk about school as well, but I'm gonna start field work in February. So I wanted to prepare that. And then last weekend, the water has run out. What do you mean the water's run out? What do you mean? So the water system here in Nigeria is that there is no Department of Water Affairs. Water is not a municipal matter. It's not a government matter. It's an individual matter. The removal of sewage is a personal matter. It's not a government matter. So there's no waste disposal here. Even me, I was shocked because I was expecting to hear on Tuesdays they collect. No one collects. You just throw it out there and people fish from it. There are some people who collect it and take it to wherever, but it's not a formal institution. I think people also want to sell some of those things. I don't know, but it's children also. Like the other day, a little child knocked here looking for items, looking for rubbish. Hi ma, morning ma, I'm looking for rubbish. What do you mean? You know, and I gave him some rubbish and he was happy, like literally upim. So you just throw things on the road. There's no waste disposal facility or waste management. So then the water system. So here in this compound, people build their houses and then they drill their own boreholes. That's where you get water. And the water you can't drink. You build your own little waste treatment sites here. You have your own little pipes. If you don't have that, then you do your toilet outside. I've seen people do toilets outside. Guys, what quality of life are you supposed to have when there is nothing to build from or nothing to identify you as human? Yeah, well. So the water finished and I had to go get a drum from Bolo, and they come, and then the waterman comes with water from his borehole to fill my drum. And you pay him some money, and then you come again next week, because the water's finished now. There's no rain. Yeah, there's no rain. It's just dry. So the water table is very low currently. So the rains will come back maybe April, May. So definitely February and March are dry. So we have to use this. There will be no running water from our borehole. And you know, when I posted this on the internet, people got so touched. And I'm like, you must be touched, because water is life. Sanitation is dignity. Yo, this is me sounding like the Minister of Water Affairs. But it's true. You can't have a chance at life without taking a bath, brushing your teeth, washing your clothes, flushing a toilet, clean your pots and your plates and eat. Well, hygiene is not just hygiene, it's also health. You know, you are in a country where you get malaria, and they've said I'll get malaria. You have a country where the water has typhoid, so you can't drink it. If you choose to cook with it, you must make sure it boils, like a proper boil, not a small boil. I just found myself greatly disappointed at the infrastructure. I do blame the government. No, guys, in South Africa we have water problems as well, but surely there should be a tap, at least a communal tap, in that village. Anyway, and you can check my TikTok for my real-time experience, because I made sure to document that. I was really upset. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to talk about. How I survived my first 2 months in Mina, Nigeria. It's been difficult, you guys. I'm not gonna lie and act like, it's just been like such an eye-opening experience. I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for a family that checks in, that cares. And yeah, and my son, we WhatsApp a lot, we video call. I do my best, as a long distance mom. It's been 2 months. I don't miss home. I miss home, but I don't miss home. I haven't gotten to that extent of for now. I still have fighting power. I have willingness. I have willingness to learn. I have a positive outlook. I have forgiven everyone that I felt, or I've put those feelings away, because I can't afford to feel that way here. I can't afford it. I'll die. living alone in a foreign land with no resources, no infrastructure, little resources. So all we have here are the people, and the system is built by the people for themselves, you see. Yeah. So kunjalo ke bafe. Thank you so much for watching this whole thing. It was much longer than I anticipated. Shame. All right. Thank you. God bless. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. Another thing that's keeping me going is God and prayers and church. And I'm going to have my first Easter, so I'm definitely documenting that. My first Easter in a foreign land. I want to partake and to be active and stuff.